Hello. Sorry for the lateness, guys. Sorry. We had to wait for a package. It's okay. Sean, thank you so much for the tier 2 subscription, my guy. That is very kind of you. Very kind. Sorry. Why? Sorry. It's okay. We here now. That's all that matters. We here. We chillin'. And, yeah, that's it. Is the music too low, by the way, guys? Or is it a good volume? Okay. Evening Bear. How you guys doing? Actually, let me just go quickly oh my god. Dude, Jeb, thank you so much for the tier 1. Also, Thockfather, thank you so much for the tier 1. I love you all. I'm back from being sick. Woo-wee. Bing chilling. Dude. Jeb, did you have what I had? Did we all have the same thing? And Thock, thank you so much for 2 years, brother. That means the world, bro. I wonder if we had the same thing. Let me quickly get some more water. 1 sec, guys, because I was drinking water waiting for this package, and this is my stream water, but be right back. 1 sec. Okay, we're back. Stream water? This guy has everything? Yeah, just a little stream water. Tofu for brekkie, you say? Well, we're doing the tofu today. Long story short, the Mass 80 is en route. I'm actually really excited to look at that board, but we just don't know when it's coming in.
So happy to be here. Dude. I've learned so much here.
Meta,
thanks for having me.
I'm happy you're here, brother. That's honestly what it is. D-Wood, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s. D-Wood. That is very kind, bro. I appreciate you. Goddamn for real. Alex needs stream snacks. I am cutting down on snacks. We are becoming a non-snack. Well, I'm still gonna snack. I love snacking, but I'm trying to cut down on snacking. So, right now I am using the Kafka for gaming. Competitively, though. You know, I do consider myself a pretty good gamer, but not competitively, no. I've been using it for a little Arc Raiders. Learned yesterday that Arc Raiders has mouse smoothing built into the game, and I didn't even turn off that setting until literally yesterday. That was annoying. So turn that off finally. And then today, I got it like last week, but I finally downloaded Hightail. So, I remember those PUBG videos. I try not to remember those. I try not to. You know, I'm something of a gamer myself. I know, for real. Get carrots, cherry tomatoes, and unsalted nuts for snacks. Unsalted nuts, I gotta be careful with. Because, to me, I'll have like more than a handful. And I know that's a lot of calories. So, Alex be streaming with Shroud soon. Don't want to say that I'm that good, but you know, no, I'm pretty terrible. Hightail, I'm still debating on buying it. I've played all of 10 minutes of Hightail. I can tell you the game seems incredibly deep. It's kind of scary how much depth that game seems. Again, I haven't played much. Seems to have. So, at least you don't get 360 twice in the same game. Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace, Teja. That's why he doesn't stream no more. That's why. But yeah, Hightail's like the Minecraft lookalike one. Spicy! Thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s. I really appreciate it. Oh my god, bro. Thank you, dude. First thing I heard when I got into the stream was incredibly deep. The switches. No, actually, I don't know. Oh no, the game. I'm a huge Hypixel fan. I played on the Minecraft server for years. I'll probably eventually get it. I just don't know yet. It was $20. Honestly, it's not terrible. I haven't really purchased a game other than Arc Raiders, and Arc Raiders wasn't awfully expensive. So I would say, like, even prior to that, I don't remember the last time I got a game other than Megabonk, maybe? Megabonk was it. I don't know. I don't buy a crap ton of games. Alex, I purchased some cherry pedal switches. Oh, those new ones. I only got a small batch of those. I didn't get to try enough of them. Although they needed some work. They're under lubed with about 4 out of 80. Need some cleaning. I feel like that's good stats for cherry, bro. I honestly feel like that's not bad stats for cherry. Oh man, that's actually not terrible. Ever tried Gatoron Konsu? No, never. There's a bunch of Gatoron switches I want to try. Tonight, actually, I'm using... Let me show you guys this. I'm using these switches tonight. Little matcha switches, which I don't think I've used before. Interesting enough, these have like an interesting stem. The side of the stem is wavy. I don't think that'll play any big advantage or disadvantage in like how this will sound. But they're from Kinetic Labs. I did lube them though, I will admit. They were supposed to be stock lubed. There was barely anything on them. I don't know who manufactures these. I have to double check. But yeah, barely anything. The springs actually seem really nice in them though. So I'll give credit where credit's due. The springs seem pretty nice. So, little backstory on what's going on today. We were supposed to do the Mass 80. The Mass 80, I got asked to delay that 1 week. We will delay it. I'm actually really excited to look at the Mass 80. It's a new board from Milky Way, believe it or not. And it has like a big screen on it. So, I don't know when we'll get to see that. I'm thinking maybe like Thursday next week or something, but I'm hoping they don't delay it again. But today, I had some other boards we could have built. I was even thinking about just moving tomorrow's stream to today. But you know what? I got some requests to take a look at the Tofu that we built with the aluminum plate and some different switches. So I figured we can all hang out. We can talk about video games and stuff that makes us happy. Have a really chill night. A positive, chill night. This camera's... What's going on with this? I'm right here. And we can actually just rebuild the Tofu. I have to take it apart still, because again, this was quite last minute. Camera chill, a little bit, yeah. Quite last minute, so we'll take it apart really quick. The cam is too relaxed. Your Eve65 stream really sold me on that keyboard. I managed to get pretty much the entire build, including the Eve65 white box switches and Neo stabs and PVT for 80 bucks in AliExpress. Or 80, is it 80 euros? Wait. And the build itself? Like the Eve65, or are you talking about the accessories? Alex, I really like the contrast and length of your mustache and beard lately, looking great. Really? I was actually thinking I need to cut it. Like, or at least trim like here. I don't know. I will say, I'm pretty certain that I don't like my hair long anymore. I think this is as long as I like it. Having it like this, I'm pretty certain it's not for me anymore to have super long hair. But yeah, anything longer and I get frustrated, and then again, whatever reason, and probably the shampoo and conditioner, I find that my hair doesn't like treat me as nice as it used to, bro. All right, well, let's start taking the keycaps off of this. We'll also do new keycaps today. Can you say frustrated again? Frustrated. Do I say frustrated? I think I do still say that. I'm only human, you know. I'm taking a photo of Connor's story to my hairstylist next time. What's that? I probably do. It's okay.
New hobby update. Airsoft is expensive. Also, thankfully, I was into audio before, so we had some stuff lying around that I could use for my surround setup.
You got into Airsoft? Bro, good luck, bro. I got into Airsoft once upon a time.
Woodfork gifted a tier 1 sub to Fatty Pneumonia.
Fatty Pneumonia is a great name. Also, can someone fill me in what's going on with that new virus? Are we having another lockdown soon, or what's going on? Kind of over everything in the news these days. Actually, you know what? Nah, fuck it. Let's not talk about it. Let's talk about more positive shit. Alex, if you want to play a game of the year, play Hatoful Boyfriend on stream. I DM'd it. Bro, is this a dirty game? Be honest with me. Is this one? That is not it. I'm not clicking this, bro. This looks like it's a bad game. No. Don't jinx. It looks like one. It's a pigeon dating sim. All right, I fuck with that. Is it actually? Now I am kind of bummed. I really liked the carbon fiber plate, but I'm having some very positive thoughts that these matcha switches are going to do very well on the board as well. So let's hope and pray. You're like the only human, but you're dating pigeons. You know what? I get it. Let's pretend the virus isn't happening. Yeah, let's just pretend, bro. Let's just pretend. Let's just think it into existence. You get it? I mean, yeah, pigeons are cool, I guess. Also, I just want to put this out there. I saw the announcement for the new Dragon Ball Super series, the new arc, and that might attribute to my good mood today. I am so pumped up for that, dude. We get a remake of all the Beerus stuff, and then we get a new arc. I'm extremely pumped up. I don't know if we have any other Dragon Ball fans. I think maybe, I feel like last time I gushed about Dragon Ball, I was the only person talking about it, but pretty excited, dude. Pretty excited. How you been looking at pigeons? How about you? What's the black gray Hiragana keycap set? Shit, what is this called again, guys? Shoshin? Is it Shoshin? Yeah, it's Shoshin, right? Shoshin. It's Shoshin from GMK. How do you yank all the keycaps barehanded? I was born for keyboards, quite literally. That's the only thing in this world I know how to do. That's it. The chairs in my room, in my dorm suck. My posture is killing me. Oh, dude, you're making me think about my posture. I've been doing like posture exercises. It's all rainy here in my place in Indonesia. Watching your stream is making me chill. Warm regards for all. Dude, I hope you stay cozy today. I was really hoping today would get a little warmer so we can melt all the snow here, but unfortunately it did not. Unfortunately it did not. Really hoping, but it's okay. It's okay. Also, I'm thinking these for tomorrow's build. The little 40% we're doing. But I think tomorrow's a low profile, actually. Sorry, not tomorrow. The day after. I've been really liking the roller switches. I think the roller switches might be on my top contenders for the year. They were 2 years ago. And then they discontinued them. And now I feel like they're back in my top contenders. Thank you, Ghosts. Really appreciate the Prime. Yeah, tomorrow we're doing the Bullet Train, or is it called the Bullet Train or Bullet something or other? Bullet Time? It's an interesting board from Cannon Keys tomorrow. Bullet Train, yeah, something like that. I have to brush up on my knowledge of it. Hi, Crummy. How you doing, man?
Hello.
Hello, dude. Yeah, we're just, we're going to see how tomorrow goes. Because it's been a while since I've done a board like that. So I guess we'll see. It's been a little while. Thank you again, too, Ghost. Appreciate the Prime, dude. I'm getting in on the C-Boss extras. I don't know if I want the stainless steel or copper bottom. Is the stainless steel polished? I can't remember. Actually, we did decide, by the way, on colors for the extra mantas, the B stock ones. We're most likely just going to do a plain Jane beige. In case y'all are interested, it's going to be a coated beige. And then we're thinking a mismatch or mix mash, whatever the hell is pronounced, of pastels. All like hammered into one. So beige sounds fitting given your community. I hope that's a good thing. Yeah, but it's just going to be some, well, we have to choose from like some stock stuff, but you're giving me a free B-Stock Manta? How nice of you. Obviously kidding. Oak, you want one? Love you, Oak. Talking of Manta, I snagged one from Delta Keycode just today, the Machinist. Yeah, dude, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't know how many of those extras there'll be. So if those are the ones you guys want, I think some of the vendors are doing pre-orders. I think. But dude, Omega, I hope you love it, bro. Actually, that's what I should have rebuilt tonight. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. I have an empty slot next week that just opened up. We'll do it next week. I want to redo my Manta with switches that I actually like. Not the one with the B-Sun switches. The other one, I want to redo it with either granite switches or something else I've been working on. Some like Franken switch I've been piecing together. So perhaps that'll be next week's. I don't remember what the other one has in it. It's in a hard shell case, so I have to go get it. What are your favorite stabs for the Manta? God damn. Jason, thank you so much for 10 tier 1s, bro. That means so freaking much to me, man. Love you, buddy. That's crazy. And what would I recommend? Honestly, I would just do something that's good for clip-ins. If you don't want to use the O-ring, which you don't have to, just use whatever. But I think I have to triple check with Bull now. I'm pretty sure we're able to just do the O-ring with normal stabilizers anyways. But I would just suggest using clip-ins. Thank you so much again, Jason. That means so much, bro.
Alex,
love you, buddy.
My very first tattoo appointment is tomorrow and I am stoked out of my gourd.
Do you know, what are you getting? Can I ask where you're getting it to? Is it a big piece or a small piece? Not that it matters, but I'm just curious. Wondering how long you'll be under the needle for. Okay, actually, we need to take this apart. So let's take this apart here. Just purchased an aftermarket Rama thermal. Trying to enjoy the stock sound, but I feel like it could benefit from some foam. What are your thoughts on the thermal in 2026? Love the thermal. Thermal's a great board. I think it's a lovely looking keyboard. I think it's a timeless board. I will admit the thermal, if it's an OG thermal, there is some mods you need to do. You need to do some mods to it. Unfortunately, why am I using this one here? OG thermal suffers from a little bit of case resonance. So there's like a pseudo force break that Wilba put on the newer thermal that he recommends for the old one too, which is, I can't remember what it is, but I think you have to use some extra gaskets and align it in certain areas of the plate. I would have to open up mine to figure that out. But yeah, that's pretty much like the fix for the thermal. I will admit though, I wouldn't mind rebuilding my thermal as well. It does sound great with some foam, by the way. It does sound pretty damn good. Actually, is this the right bit here? No. I do not mind it. What do you mean pseudo and imaginary? You know what? I meant some makeshift, not pseudo, makeshift. I'm getting kind of a large sacred geometry piece on my shoulder, quarter sleeve. And you're packing your shoulder blade? Yeah, that's definitely going to be a few sessions. Are you doing under your bicep if you're doing a quarter sleeve? You're not going like down your arm, right? I guess you are because you said quarter sleeve. Good luck under your bicep, brother. Good luck. That's the worst pain I've felt so far getting tattoos. I ain't about that. You can enjoy that, brother. Legitimately, that shit stings. It would go down around my t-shirt. Okay. Be prepared for under the bicep. Personally, when I got that done, what are some things you don't like about the Time 65? I'm just not really too into it visually. I mean, that's all. I don't really know about the internals. It's been a long time since I've checked out that board, but just not visually too crazy about it. That's it. God, I still love this color so much on this board. Crummy, thank you so much for a tier 2, bro. That's very kind of you. These are cream sodas. I'm a little bummed that we are, well, not so much that we're taking them out of the board today, because we are trying the other plate tonight. So we're changing from the carbon fiber to the aluminum. But these did sound like this was such a good build. I am not even upset with this build at all. It turned out super, super good. I'll actually put some stuff here in this case. Just wait until they're doing the finishing touches on top of the shoulder. The shoulder area wasn't as bad. My elbow also wasn't as bad. But the under bicep, I will tell you to this day, I have yet to finish that area because of how much it made me wince, bro. I just could not do it. Yeah. Alex, I'm planning my next HE build. I like the Gerhern 60 and the Tofu 3.0. I really can't decide. I like the Gerhern a bit more. I would say visually the Gerhern is really pretty. I would say don't settle just because you get one faster. So if your heart is set on the Gerhern a bit more, because it does, you know, you did say you like it a bit more, don't settle. Get both. Be financially responsible. That's the biggest thing, okay? Be financially responsible. I did look at the Vela. I liked the Vela a lot. I will say this. The Vela is pretty. The Vela, I think, has a more aggressive aesthetic. I think in terms of like HE boards, Gerhern, Tofu, and Kafka, I think are my favorite visuals, HE things that have come out in the last little bit. I think, I will say the Kafka is really pretty. But also, if you don't like a 65%, then you might be out of luck. It is pretty though. Is that general life advice from Alex? Well, my general life advice is, I don't know, man. How are you guys like, how's everyone cruising in today's world, you know? I feel like everyone's kind of like feeling some effects of the world today, you know? But my advice has and will always be financially responsible. Okay? Don't put yourself in a bad spot for keyboards. That's it. Do you ever find out if the Kafka has stabilized wood? I can't remember all the specs that he told me, but I did put it in my Discord announcements. But there are going to be some processes as to make sure the wood doesn't warp, which made me happy. I don't remember the word stabilized coming up in the conversation for whatever reason, but what he did tell me, I know a little bit about wood. Did they say stabilized? I can't remember now. But again, I think if you want the full announcement, just check out my Discord announcements page. Did he say stabilized? I really don't remember, dude. Wish I was in Canada, to be honest. East Bay. Bro, say next week. Say once the snow melts. The snow ain't fun this week, brother. The snow, I had to go out and do stuff today. My Apple Watch told me, are you exercising? Because your heart beats really fast. Because of how much, I know, honestly, East Bay, I'm just joking. But yeah, my watch was like, your heart beat's pretty elevated. It's because, dude, walking on whatever snow we had was a workout and a half, dude. I was legitimately sweating like crazy. But yeah, I wish all you guys were here. Was it giving you a compliment? No, it just said, you look a little bit overworked, Alex. You wanna log this exercise? And I was like, oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, why is this one here? Here. Bro, send it to me. Utah's at 4% of its average snowpack by this time of the year. Does that mean you've only got 4% of the snow you're normally supposed to get? Huh. I feel like the watch was shaming me, bro. I really do. Snow's fun until you're playing Find the Lane on the road. The roads didn't seem too bad. At least the main roads. The side roads were all terrible. Like, you can't even drive through them terrible. But we got a shit ton of snow. This is the most snow I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever... I mean, maybe when I was really small, but I don't think I've ever seen this much snow. The NV70 I am planning on building. I got a few to give away to you guys as well. I don't think we're building it this week. I was hoping. but next week, I think. So, you think your Porsche would do well? Bro, weesh. Can you point out my Porsche? I don't know where it is, bro. Honestly, I don't think I'd... If I had unlimited funds right now, I don't think I'd get a Porsche. They're nice cars and everything, but if I had unlimited funds... Alright, I'm not really a car guy. But the car that has always tickled my fancy from when I was a kid was the Dodge Viper, as well as a Jeep. I know they're boring answers, but those have always made me really happy since I was a kid. That or I'd probably get like a 1969 Camaro. Not a Challenger? I'm actually not too much into Challengers myself. Not a Canadian built car? Do we have those? Not a 67? Viper is so dangerous, but it's sick. It's actually dangerous? I know they stopped making them. But Vipers have always been super cool. I used to draw them a lot when I was a kid. I've always thought they're pretty neat, dude. Between the Event Horizon and Kohaku, what would you keep and which flip? I wouldn't flip any. I don't really like flipping keyboards. But if I had to sell one, I'm going to be real with you guys. I would most likely sell the Event Horizon and keep the Kohaku just because I think I like the sound signature overall of the Kohaku. And this is if I had to. Quite frankly, though, if I had both in my possession, which I am fortunate enough to have like still one of the prototypes of the Event Horizon, I mean, it's clearly not going anywhere. I like both of them. I think they're both good. Am I more interested for the NV70 or Mass 80? Ooh, what an interesting question. I actually think I'm more interested to look at the Mass 80, but I have a feeling the NV70, because if the price is what I think it is, which is pretty not high, the NV70 is a pretty interesting pickup. The Mass 80, I have a feeling might be a bit gimmicky, but I guess time will only tell. I'm not too sure. I like the Viper, but I find it weird that they were just like, the wheels need 6 nuts to hold the wheels on because it's a Viper. Is that a good or bad thing? Do you collect other items other than keyboards? Maybe Hot Wheels? Well, I have cameras, but my collection of cameras can only go so far because cameras are expensive, and then I think I've pretty much like got my fill of camera collections. I think my next little collection, which I'm gonna be real with you guys, again, have to find some funds for this. If I have to spend some more money in the future to like entertain myself outside of keyboards, it most likely will be old school 3DS games, or not 3DS, Game Boy Advance, or Game Boy Color. I've already been like playing a whole bunch. So I actually just finished Ruby, and I'm going to go through Emerald now. So I don't know. Not this. No, not Ruby. Fire Red. My mistake. Fire Red's the one I finished. I was like, I'm not playing the same things. I play some of the modded stuff, but I just use this. This is pretty much like my device in which I use, the Analog Pocket. I just found this was a not crazy expensive hobby to get into because I already have all these games. And then honestly, some of the games you can pick up for like $4 or $5, so it's not terrible. And then if you really want to, not advocating for it, but you can always get them other ways. When I'm not spending money on keyboards, you'll find me hunting for a lot of city pop records. Dude, actually, that's another thing I would love to get into is records. I have no place for that right now, but in the future, I'd love to do that. That sounds really relaxing too. Playing the games you already have is an inexpensive hobby, especially the free ones folks have on Epic. There's been some decent ones on Epic, dude. There's been some like legit decent games on Epic that have come out. But yeah, that's pretty much the hobby I would get into. But again, everything costs money. I'm already blessed enough that I get to do keyboards. I feel like a lot of us are very blessed that we can even have a single hobby. So I think sometimes pushing two hobbies, it's really like pushing, even like for a lot of people, it's pushing limits, But I'm very grateful that I even can do this. Like, this is already a lot of fun. So, dude, fancy coffees, I tried. I was so bad at it. So, do you have to have the game cartridge for the analog pocket? No, you can just use this as like a emulator as well. It does need the micro card, which I only have one of, and I have so many devices that use this, so I've been going back and forth. It's not the best emulator compared to some of the cheaper devices. This works really well if you like cartridges, which that's my thing. But if you just want to run ROMs, then I would say grab an inexpensive device. They're probably nicer looking, honestly. The limited editions of those are so sick. Oh, of the analog pockets? Dude, they're so expensive though. How come you don't get into racing your Nardo Gray Porsche GT3 RS? What is that? Is it a race one? Have you tried selling gear? You have a large enough audience for it? Like camera gear? I actually just sold the XT3 and this is up for sale right now. And I just lowered the price by $100, but I think that's the lowest I can even do for this. It's the XS20. I don't need all these, so. Oh, clothing. I have a few bits of clothing. I never really do anything. You guys know me. I don't really push to do anything. I don't even push my affiliate codes. I don't push subs. I don't push anything. I probably should, but I always feel weird doing it, man. Always feel a little bit weird. It's never been something I'm good at, man. I think that you should sell me a moon tower. No. I might actually sell my very first board in a long time. The last board I sold, I only sell boards that I buy, by the way. It was a Key65, like 4 years ago. So I might actually list my Andromeda. It's a beautiful keyboard. I just never use it. And I think I'm starting to get a little regretty and feeling bad because I never use it. It is gorgeous though. The Andro, I know. I've been staring at it. It's in my cabinet right now. I've been staring at it and I'm like, dude, I should really just like give this to someone, or I was considering just doing it on the giveaway, but it is a really expensive keyboard. You shouldn't feel weird to provide a service. Subs allow you to continue performing said service. Well, I guess reminder, if you guys have a free Prime sub, do your thing, but if you guys want. All right, let's do this now. This is going to be interesting. Matcha switches from Kinetic Labs on the Tofu65. That's worth way too many subs. The Andro, yeah, I think after everything, importing the Andromeda back in the day, I think it was like $1,000 or something. So that's going to be a tough one to list as like a giveaway item. Like, that would just not be... Yeah, that's just too much. This is the aluminum plate that we're using now. So we just did the carbon fiber plate. If you guys want to look at the sound tests of those, go for it. But yeah, we're going to do aluminum now. Got a few requests. Hey Alex, if you were to become a keyboard, what would you be? The Alex 40. That's exactly the keyboard I would become. Well, I mean, dude, I gotta say, the carbon fiber was actually quite lovely on the board. But who knows, maybe this will actually be more my thing. What's the difference between the Tofu 2.0 and 3.0? Dude, there's so much difference. The 2.0 had those bowl gaskets, I think they were called. Dude, they were terrible. Honestly, the 2.0, I think if you go back to my review, it was such a mixed bag review. I think I watched it like the other day. I think my face in that review was just very like moot. So There's a lot of difference. Internal structure, aesthetic of the keyboard. This is more like faithful, I guess, to the Tofu aesthetic. Just placed an order for my Gearhorn 60 containment. Oh, you got the containment color? Let's go, dude. Did you order for Mr. Bowl? I want the Neo 75C because I have the ball catch. Oh, the ball catch system is nice. It does allow you to kind of build the board the way you want to do it. I would have snapped so many spacebars if he was a keyboard. Wait, what? Me? Isekai is a keyboard? Wait, guys, does anyone here do animation? We should all write the next big anime, My Weird Life as a Keyboard, where one of us gets isekai'd into being a keyboard, and then we all live amongst each other as keyboards. We really shouldn't, but I think we should. I think we should. And then it's just all... It'd be crazy good, bro. It honestly would be crazy good. Does anyone here animate? We can start writing today. I think there's a Korean indie movie where they're all individuals living as keys. Oh, I think I've seen some sort of clip for that. Keyboard the animation? Damn, that sounds tough. That does kind of sound tough though. But if these are matcha puddings, I just built my wife's first keyboard, so I wanted to try with all foam, but 2 hours ago. These are from Kinetic Labs. I got these a little while ago. Kinetic Labs matcha switch. No, these are not the ones. I'm pretty sure these are called matcha switches. Or maybe these are the Eclair, or sorry, maybe these are Eclair switches. I'm incorrect. These might be the Eclairs. Now I need to find them. They're from Kinetic Labs though. I got them quite some time ago. Yeah, these are Eclairs. They're Eclair green switches. These are from TB Cat Studio. Glarsis likes to spend dumb money on keyword shit. Do you think we can force him to fund an anime? Yeah, I can voice act. I don't want to do it with you guys here because I'm a little shy. But I can voice act for it for free. He doesn't even have to pay me. I'll just do it. Thoughts? If you can voice act a keyboard being typed, excuse me, I don't think I can do that. We're all switches living in a keyboard being held down by a political force, the keycaps. Oh shit, is he gonna get like that meaningful? That'd be crazy. Kinetic Labs is one of my favorite companies. Haven't ordered anything from them in a while, but I consistently recommend them. They are legitimately such a good team of people. Ill Intent, thank you for using your Prime here. That's very kind. Thank you, thank you. I did mod these switches, yes, Pancake. I made sure to go out of my way to mod these. I actually, when I learned around 1 o'clock that I had to switch streams today, or whenever I'd messaged chat, I rushed to lube a batch of switches, which was these. Am I valid in being upset that I ordered Neo 65 parts from QK estimated for 1 to 3 and they missed my order when shipping things out and now want me to wait almost another whole month? I don't think you're in the wrong. That's kind of on them. They should totally help you with that. They're not gonna like even give you a little discount or something? I mean, if they quoted you time and now they're saying it's a whole other time now, but I think being frustrated about that is like totally valid, by the way. Thoughts on the Bakaneko? Outdated? Mine sounds super flat. Bakaneko, I think still is valid, but you do need to put in a bunch of work. So Actually, I ordered a Neo keyboard for a customer, and it still hasn't arrived. So, but they did say it was a February batch, so I don't know. They said they can refund me $25 if I wait till after Chinese New Year and get it shipped out with my Neo 75 order. Yeah, honestly, me would just take the 20. If I were you, bro, take the $25. 25 bucks is something, I guess. But yeah, a bit unfortunate. I just don't think you're gonna get it anytime sooner at that point. This or the Neo 65 Core Plus. The Neo 65 Core Plus is a very like, not high pitch, but it's a brighter sounding keyboard. So if your goal is something a bit brighter, then get the Neo 65. Is it holidays for them? I mean, that explains so much. I always forget that it's this time of year. Always forget. Because I have been waiting for answers for some other companies this week, and no one's answered me, and I've been kind of like, excuse me, I'm still here, and no one said anything. So yeah, mid-Feb for some brands, start early. Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it like next week? Working in customer service myself, I don't want to be a dick to them, but it's just unfortunate to have to wait 2 months for something that was supposed to be up to 3 weeks. Bro, I feel you, because I think right now I'm in the same boat. If yours is delayed, mine's most likely delayed as well. Because I order stuff for clients, which means I probably have to send some delay emails out myself. And yeah, they probably just like, I have a weird feeling they oversold in the batch, and now they don't have enough stock. Hong Kong during Chinese New Year is dope. I need to visit one day. I see a lot of my favorite photographers all have these like crazy nice street photography in Hong Kong. Good evening. How you doing, Zone? It was from Qwerty Keys, yeah. Thank you for the XT3, Alex. This was so good for the price. Plus, I can't wait to take pictures with it. Okay, dude. I gotta say, I've actually like funny enough, guys. The XT3. So Horlage got it. He bought it, and he asked me, he's like, "How many photos have you taken with it? Like the shutter count?" And I was like, "That's a great question. I don't know." It was 3. I've taken 3 photos with that camera because it's mainly just been used as a video camera. So that shutter, the mechanical shutter, is like literally fucking brand new. Also, dude, I have to say, because I ended up taking, I think, 7 photos to test the camera afterwards when we were talking, so it probably is 10 shots now. I haven't actually taken a photo with the XT3. The XT3, the shutter on that is so bloody nice. I have some of the other Fuji cameras. None of them have good shutter sounds. Holy shit, that shutter sound is phenomenal on the XT3. And then I went and checked it against the XT4, because the XT4 still like does the shutter, it just doesn't do anything. It sounds better than the XT4. So whatever is going on in the XT3 is super nice. The blood before shit. What happened with the XT3? The XT3 was my best of all the Fuji cameras. That was my favorite Fuji camera. My XT4 is the one that pisses me off. I'm probably going to get that service though, and then I'm going to probably just sell it as well. I feel bad because just sitting, collecting dust. I think a bunch of Neo/QK board shipments were delayed because they offered free artisan keycaps during the holidays. Oh, really? Oh, they did. You're right. I didn't know that caused delays for them. That's really unfortunate. I'm also glad you like those calligraphy switches. I picked some up and I'm waiting for them to put in the Neo 65. Dude, they're awesome. They're kind of living in my key cult right now, but I'm very much considering just getting another batch. Like, just because I don't feel like taking apart that particular board. All right, we'll start with gasket today, and then we'll move to top mount after this. Which I have a feeling I'm still gonna like gasket a little bit more, but We shall see. But yeah, how was your guys' day today anyways? Did everyone get everything they needed to get done? Everyone just pure chilling today? Oh. Gotta drop. Have a great night. Bye, Jason. Thank you again, man. I appreciate the subs. Thank you, everyone, for gifting a sub, for subbing today. I really do appreciate it, guys. All helps support the channel, so you'll have no idea how much it means. Thank you very much, guys. Chilling for now, but I got class in an hour. What time is it there? Suddenly craving couscous. Really? Was it because I was talking about it the other day or something? First birthday of my baby. Happy birthday to your baby. That's big news. Over the moon? That's big news. What are you guys doing to celebrate today? Not that you probably need to do much. I don't think the baby will remember much, but this versus the Swag Keys board? Oh, they're very different. Very different price points. Thank you for the endless hours of decompressing keyboard content. Your channel is zen. Thank you so much, Esteban. I appreciate you, brother. I remember everything. My earliest memories are probably like 3 or 4 years old. Anything prior to that, man, zilch. Nothing in the tank for memories for that. I don't know anyone personally that knows like what happened to them when they were like 1, maybe 2 years old, but like 1? I don't know anybody. Quite frankly, I don't even think there's like anything I need to remember when I'm 1, you know? Some little cake with grandparents, that's cute. That's super cute. I think an hour or two after you uploaded the Eve 65, they all went out of stock. I saw. I looked and they had about like 30 or something. And then I saw Divinity went out of stock like 2 hours after I posted the video. Which is shocking because that hasn't happened in a long time. But then I saw that Divinity opened up pre-orders. Actually, let me triple check. Are the pre-orders still up? Divinity. I saw they did open up pre-orders though for the transparent ones. Oh. Yeah, they're still up for pre-orders. So you can now pre-order the transparent clear ones. But yeah, no transparent black, no warm white, no cool white. And I guess they never had orange at Divinity. But it was crazy how quick they went. To be honest, I wouldn't care if it wasn't in the Discord, but since they said orders within the time frame, I got... I mean, dude, mute, I totally get it, dude. I would also be a little bit ticked off. I am kind of actually ticked off for you, if that makes you feel any better. How do you like the Ori? Is it worth the price? Obviously not in the normal world, but you know what I mean. The only thing I wish the Ori 65 did was offer O-ring. It's top mount. It's really solid top mount. But I do wish it was like the Ori 60 in some regard. Obviously it's not. It's a different board in that sense. It's still beautiful though. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, if that makes any sense at all. I do like it. I talked to DK about the transparent and they said, yeah, let's open up pre-orders. They never had orange. If they're able to in the next batch, they might try and grab orange. Dude, I think the keyboard turned out great. I think the Eve 65 is a beautiful, beautiful board. For $50, you can't go wrong. I'm glad they opened up pre-orders. So, Alex, I'm going to be throwing down on the Sony A5 so I can document my kid and possible events for friends, since photo and video are going to be pretty solid. What would your first lens? Well, if you're doing family stuff, from my experience, just get yourself your standard 20 to 70 or 18 to 55 zoom. What I would probably invest in, if you're being serious about this, is get yourself a consistent aperture. So what that means, do I have an example? Not really, but I can show you this. What that means is, see how this, it says F, where is it? 2.8 to 4. Because that means as I zoom this way, it becomes 4, and I zoom out, it's 2.8. So the only consistent aperture is 4. So if I just use 4 on everything, it stays at 4. I would just get yourself the most consistent, like low aperture, especially for kids and documenting stuff. Kids move around. You're gonna want a faster piece of glass. You know, I find a lot of parents also like the separation that larger apertures give. So I would probably go with, probably exactly what Omega is telling you to get. But yeah, get yourself a consistent aperture. It will also help with video. So you don't have like any spots where you've maybe manually dialed in any sort of aperture or settings, and then suddenly you switch and you're like, oh, I forgot the aperture switches. Sigma also has them too. It just follow that guide. I will give Tamron a bunch of credit. That's what I am using for my camera rig right now, is a Tamron. So I'm using a 20 to 40. Is that Scrubs? What's up, man? If you guys haven't, Whiplash is in the chat. Whiplash is back. What's up, Scrubs? I hope you're doing well, friend. Hope life's treating you good. Is me. Sup, man? Alex, I want to take the opportunity to ask you in chat. I have the chance to buy a Libra Mini for $70. What's its normal price? I feel like that's a good price. $70? I feel like that's good. Thank you, Elquan, for gifting subs
Elquan
to
gifted
Mr.
a tier
Scrub.
1 sub to Whiplash_Scrubs. They have given
If you guys haven't, Whiplash
297 gift subs in the channel.
Is probably one of the most awesome, fun vendors from Portugal. They also have pretty nice shipping to everywhere else too, especially I think North America. Please consider. They also help sponsor this channel. Genuinely nice guy too. Do you think it's hard to game with the Agar? No, it's not at all. I would say you're in a good spot gaming with that keyboard. In a great spot. So, I have an idea for keycaps today. Just give me a moment to go find everything. Dude, I'm telling you, the Tofu's a pretty looking board. It is pretty. Oh, give me a moment, guys. I think there's a delivery. 1 second. Ooh, I'm back. Just popped in. Where's Alex? Had to go figure out a delivery thing. Ooh, okay. I have the perfect idea for keycaps. Just give me 1 second to go get them. Actually, is it the perfect idea? I don't actually know. Symbiote on this? For some reason, I thought this was a bit more red. I still think it'll look nice. Okay, never mind. Back to the drawing board. 1 second. 1 moment. Actually, these could be fun. Do I have these available? I doubt it. Nah? Okay, okay. You're right. It does seem a little bit off with how burgundy the bottom of the board is. I have another set. Where is it now? That is the question. Oh goodness. Let's see. I just need to go get it. Give me a sec, guys. One moment while I find the keyboard that it's on. Where the fuck is it? Oh, you know what would look really nice on this? Hold up. Actually, no. Let's just do this set. What about Bingsu? Bingsu round 2? I think that'll look nice on this. A GMK set by Alex isn't far. I can tell you that I am working on something, perhaps with Mr. Riley. We are working on something fun-ish. I don't know how to describe it. See, told you. I had like it's gonna be a combo design set. It's not just one of the other. It's not gonna be anything crazy, by the way. We're working on something sort of fun. Well, we're trying to. If we can't pull it off, we probably won't do it, but... Actually... Okay, do you guys want Bingsu, or should we put the SWG beige kit on this? Bingsu or Swag Keys? I don't think I've ever used Bingsu on stream. Beige? Say no more? Boba Fett's on the keyboard right now. We'll do it. Let me go get all the pieces for that too. Okay, so it's on this board, and... Oof, the Eve is so nice though. Bingsu some love? Neither. Okay, wait. Let's do a poll. Before I jump to conclusions here, let's do a poll. Keycaps. Bingsu? That is Bungsu. That is the wrong thing. Bingsu or SWG beige? You guys have 1 minute to vote. How does Oblotsky beat Novelty shipping to me in the US? It's probably because DHL. I know... Do you mean DHL is an expensive service? But DHL is... Dude, I've gotten stuff faster than Canada Post can deliver it from down the street from DHL. There was one time a vendor shipped from the south, shipped me, like South America, like south of North America, like south of the US, shipped me a keyboard, and it came within 17 hours. And Canada Post, from literally down the street, almost down the street, it was like 2 blocks away, it took a full 24 hours to ship. DHL is crazy, but it's also kind of expensive. Bingsu it is. Honestly, I'm kind of glad we're doing Bingsu. So I don't think that's a Novel Keys thing. I think that's just literally like... DHL's kind of... They're kind of weird, dude. Why did you have something shipped down the street? I don't know. Because I wanted to. I don't have a good answer to this, Omega. No, I don't have a good answer. I can't beat you here. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Bingsu kind of looks bad on most boards. Well, okay, here's my thought process. It looks nice because this is kind of like a complementary color to this. It kind of nicely complements this. Lazy, but lazy to admit it. Well, okay. The technical answer, Omega, is because I don't want people to ship things to me directly from everywhere. I'd rather have people ship to my P.O. box, and you can't just drop it off there. And they couldn't meet me to do a drop off, so they just shipped it. So that's why, like, for safety reasons. Also, it's just better just because it sits in a P.O. box instead of like on a doorstep, you know what I mean? Can never go wrong with Bingsu on silver. I've always thought Bingsu's a nice set. I don't know, I think it looks good already. We know your P.O. box is about 2 blocks from where you live. We'll find you. No, I actually do not live anywhere close to my P.O. box. I wish I did. I will be the first to admit, I really fucking wish I did, dude. I'm actually in your walls. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Always keeping me company in the walls. Creeper alert? Nah. I've gotten items from China in under 48 hours from DHL. I have no clue how they do that. I think they individually fly every single package. I'm pretty positive. I can confirm Omega is in your walls. Don't ask me how I know. Are you also in the walls? That's very cool. I get stuff from the USA faster from Unikeys than keyboard sites in California. Yeah, it's definitely possible. I want to spoil this sound on this so bad. But I don't want to. I won't do it, guys. I would love the Tofu in a polycarb acrylic tray / case, and the Novelty Zero has the clear tray out of stock. I don't know if the Zero is getting more stock soon. Also, is Pancake here? Pancake, do you know Tofu65 is getting a polycarb? Chronos is a good suggestion too. Oh, it's not? That's really sad. Who's the slowest at shipping things out? It's okay to say it in this safe space. Do you mean slowest delivery service or slowest vendor? I think the vendors I would normally say have all pretty much gone. I think everyone's been pretty good. Yeah, everyone else I would normally complain about has pretty much like dissolved. But I think the slowest I've ever... Unfortunately, it's probably Rama. Rama has been like legitimately the slowest. And then I think the other person who has been rather slow, but I forgive them, is Clavier. When I used to order stuff from them, that took a while to ship out. That did. And my tolerance is like usually a week and a half. I think a week and a half is like acceptable. If it takes you a week to like organize things, I get it. Business is business. A lot of these are small vendors. I get it. But I've had like, I think Rama's stuff. Other people got their the Rama 65. What it was called again? I don't know. The 65%. And then I think I was one of the last people to get it, and it took like an extra 2 months. But you're in Artisans, there's even been some upset customers. This is exactly why like I've just moved away from the artisan scene. That's really unfortunate if that's the case. If they're on my vendor list, which I think they might be, I'll have to do some investigating. No, the Max 80 is going to be postponed. That was supposed to be tonight's build, but they asked me to postpone it. Sorry, everybody. That's why we're doing the Tofu again. That's why we're here. Trust me, I really want to look at that board. I really want to look at the Mass 80. Apparently, I'm supposed to be getting the centerpiece as well, but I love the work, but geez, it's a long time. Actually, you know what? I would say probably some of the longest wait times I've ever had in this entire hobby have been from artisan makers. That's probably like pure facts. It's mostly artisans. These are eclair switches from Kinetic Labs. Question, if you have time, what's the best stuff to use for force breaks? If you happen to have a set of stabs, there's like this band-aid looking thing that comes with stabs. I don't have anything to show you right now, but get those. Use those because they're probably in your stab case and you're probably never going to use them. 3 boxes, stab pads. Boom. Will you take this off if I redeem a set? No. Bro, you're really gonna wait until now? Like, you really gonna wait until now to redeem a set? This fucking ain't a guy, dude. Okay, guys. Are you at... Nah, bro. I don't even know what to say. Of course he would do that to you. At least he asked. He's probably still gonna do it. I think he hates you. Oh my god, dude. You have to honor it. Like, a part of me is like, yeah, you have to. But it's also in it. Rip poll results? I know, right? We also did a poll. Holy smokes, I have a ton of them. Some from each box. You are all good then. You don't have to buy anything else. Save your money. What's up, Isolated? How you doing, man? It's a dick move. Yeah, ain't it? I think Binksy looks good on this too. Freaking ain't it, dude. He's probably sitting there laughing his ass off right now. He is probably laughing his ass off right now. The case is like a titanium color, like a very... It's slightly darker than silver. I don't know how to pronounce, like, to really, like, tell you guys what this color actually is. It's fucking Anakai, dude. He's gonna wait until I put the last keycap on. That's why he's not talking right now. He's literally waiting. I can fucking sense it, dude. I can fucking smell it. Can my redeem override his redeem? Yes. Compliment? Ooh, who are we complimenting, Fried? Do you want it, or are you passing it along to someone special? Give it to Isolate It? You know what Isolate It has done? He is not isolated my heart. Because he's in there with me, you know what I'm saying? We're together like that. Isolated, thank you. I hope you're having a great day today. You're a beautiful person, all right? You are absolutely a beautiful person. I hope you have nothing but smiles the rest of the week. Nothing but smiles. His 3-year anniversary? What did I forget? Hydrate? Oh, I could use that. All right. Nah, Bingsy's a sick choice for this. Wait, I think Isolated asked the question. Symbolic of modern day politics that will be of the people who... Yeah, for real, Lane. Do you think Annette would be less of an ass if you let him out of the basement? No, but if I made him a mod, I feel like he'd be a good person to me. I'm so mixed on what color to go with the Kafka. IMO, I think the middle option, like, what is it called again? The dark gray? I think that's the best option. I think that's like legitimately the best color for that board. Dude, that thing looks so nice. The Kafka, oh dude, it's so
Sinister
gorgeous.
Silkiness gifted a tier 1 sub to Isolated
Sinister.
HQ. They have given 29 gift subs in the channel.
I really appreciate that, man. Thank you, dude. Just found out about the Kafka today. That looks so clean. Dude, it's such a nice board. I think Bingsy looks great on this. Actually, I think the darker silver really looks good on this board. No? Yeah, I think this actually looks good. Right? Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That looks nice. It's beautiful, no? Looks good, yeah. What plate we rocking this time? Aluminum this time here. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Alex, I would brace if I were you. Oh gosh. Put Rascals? Oh, Rascals would look sick. I don't have Rascals, but Rascals would look good on this. All right, shall we see how this sounds really quick before Annette makes me switch keycaps? No, if we want to put Greg, it's 50 subs. I'm putting my foot down on that. Greg is 50 subs. I'm not switching to Greg today. Ain't no way, dude. We did Greg like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. This is like I wouldn't call this silver. I think Pancake told us it's silver, but this is definitely gray. Let's see how this sounds with the eclair switches. Aluminum plate this time with just the gaskets. Ooh. I need to tune the stab just a smidge here. Already really like the spacebar. That does sound nice and bright and poppy. I just need to tune it. I can already tell there's just a smidge of a tick, and I just need to get rid of it. I need to. It's bugging me. I don't think I tuned these last time, that's why. But now the lube is probably settled.
Imagine Alex got a low taper fade.
Is that what I have technically? The alphas are a little bright. I don't mind that though. That could also be the side effect of the switches. The spacebar is fantastic. Maybe I still am a little bit more on the side of aluminum or carbon fiber for this board. Love this spacebar though. I think the alu spacebar hits. You know what would be sick for this is those dual plates that we've seen on some boards where you can do an aluminum outside and like a carbon fiber or polycarbonate inside. I would love to maybe see that for the Tofu. That would be insane. I forgot about that. Dude, that would actually be crazy for this. Let's try top mount on this too. It could also be the switches too. I guarantee you, we did try cherry switches on the 60 and it sounded full. So maybe these switches are just a smidge more bright or like chattery, you can call it. I think the top end's just a bit more sharp. I don't even mind it though. It's not that bad. But let's try top mount on this now. I think those were not fun to make. I can imagine. These are Tech-C switches, technically, yeah. I agree, Neo 65 over the GMK Pro. I would legitimately pick any keyboard over anything from the Glorious. I think you're good to just like literally pick a Logitech basic keyboard over the Glorious stuff, in my humble opinion. All right, let's try this in top mount now. Also curious from anyone that has a Zoom 75, the FlexCut PCB on my Zoom started shorting. Oh no. Zoom is still up to today's standard. I mean, Mellotrix / Zoom stuff and Wuche stuff is... I would say they're a mixed bag. They make sometimes really fantastic products. And I am going to be the first person to tell you guys, Wuche accessories like switches, springs, their switch pullers, they're all top notch. I love their switches. They have some of their some great switches. They have some of the best springs I've ever used. However, Wuche has this thing with like their QC, not on more recent stuff, I'd say, but I would say like it's always been kind of lackluster. And it's not on every board either. It just seems to be like random. But yeah, I really wish that some of their more random QC would just disappear. Because, dude, they make some great parts. They make some great other stuff for the boards. You know what I'm saying? But, all right, let's do top mount on this bad boy now. Let me get the parts for that. That isn't the case. Where did I put the case? Right. I've decided to buy my Tofu60 raw. Get it, dude. You're not going to regret it. I feel like many content creators somewhat glazed Meltrix in 2024, 2025, so it's been really getting overhyped. Meltrix in particular? Or do you mean like Wuche? Because, I mean, it's the same brand, I know, but I feel like, again, I feel like they've had some decent boards. I do think some of the more recent stuff from Meltrix has been kind of meh. And it doesn't have to be good or bad meh. I just think it's uninspired. And I think a lot of the internals are a little bit kind of all over the place. But I don't hate all of Wuche's keyboards. Like, for example, Wuche did the Mammoth. The Mammoth was awesome. It is such a cool board. They also did that Zoom with the glass back, which I loved. And they've done some other fun stuff too. And I'm actually really kind of hyped for their new HE board, which I think I'm getting soon as well. That looks interesting. And I've had some friends who are like really into Hall effect stuff, like more so than I am. And they're telling me like this is one of the best boards they've tested in a little while. But again, everything else they've done has always been a mixed bag. And I'll be the first to admit, like, even in some of my written reviews, things I've criticized, I'm not saying I'm like the driving force of what they need to change and stuff. I do wish some stuff would get like looked at, because I do feel like some stuff is kind of consistently a thing where it's just like, man, if only you did this. The paper was nice. I don't think that was their studio that designed it though. I think they just ran it. Dude, like I said, the PBT caps actually were fantastic as well. Wuche has the capability to do such good things. And I think the other problem with Wuche, hear me out, even Meltrix, their designs are a bit too aggressive. But I also want to chalk that up to maybe what we here in North America prefer. Because in different regions, there are different preferences. Meltrix support is dog poo. I've brought that up to them. I must admit, at one point, I was really unhappy with their customer service. But I will say, though, based off of recent stuff, they've gotten a lot better, which is only a good thing, right? I don't know how it's been with like more recent releases, but I haven't heard any major complaints. There's been some China-only keyboards that I would die for. The Byte 65? What's that one? I've never heard of that one there. Wait, where did Annette go? Is he sad? Annette, come back. Annette. If Annette comes back right now, I'll make a mod. I'm putting the Flux 60 PCV probably in MK60 for now. Oh shit, he's actually here. Dude, he did this. You guys think he did this on purpose? You guys think he just went quiet knowing I'd say that just to tease him? 110%, right? Well, I guess I have to make him. I'm only doing this for 24 hours. He is mod for 24 hours. Dude, he did wait for me to be vulnerable, huh? Don't tell Adam. He's only mod for 24 hours. Tomorrow it gets revoked. I was here. I'm leaving. This is round 2, Bingsu. Damn. Let's see what he does with his newfound power. I ordered the Gray Studios Arrow. Oh, dude, Gray Studios is fantastic, too. I'm also leaving. That's crazy, guys. Well, there it is, ain't it? Your number 1 fan, Elquan, is leaving. The time has come. All praise in it. No, this has to be temporary. He can only permanently get it through the voting system. Not from me being silly. Which we're going to do every Monday until he gets it. What the fuck, he banned me? I saw that. Please never call me an Anit fan again. I disagree from my experience. I had issues with the Zoom65 V3 and worked with them, and they sent me replacements. Yeah, I think that's like kind of what I've seen with them too, is they've gotten a lot better in recent years, or I can even say like the last year has been fantastic for them, for the most part, anyways. Did I actually mod? I don't even know. He didn't say anything. Would we get an F1 8X anytime soon in the USA? What do you mean, like a vendor? I don't think anyone's going to vendor it in the United States. I'm watching the tutorial? Bro, tutorial for what? I'm this close to getting one of the ergo boards? Do it. He's learning how to ban? His power. He needs to study. He is studying the sword. Coaster, thank you so much for the prime.
Crazy.
I appreciate you.
I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with Alex. Alex makes me crazy.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, dude. That's my fault, Coaster. Gion doesn't vendor everything internationally? I thought he does. Crazy, I was crazy once. Crazy, I'm crazy. I also go crazy for Alex. I go crazy for you guys. Ooh, KJ. Put in the Susei. Put in the Susei, bro. The Susei will go nuts with that, dude. I'm voting Susei with that. Wait, I still need this. Ooh. I wonder how this is going to sound on top. Honestly, I'm not super hopeful for the aluminum top mount because I thought it was just okay with the 60. I did really like the gaskets with this though. And it has no power here on YouTube. Oh gosh. Let's do this. Alex, what are those trays? They look cool. These are from a company called Over Engineered. They're a friend of mine, but it's just like a catch-all tray and like a pen tray. Actually, what I probably would really want if I could get more in this size is like one with a divider down the middle for screws or something, or even like one done in like 4s. It's okay for keyboard parts. It holds what I need it to hold. Okay, here's top mount now. That's crazy different. I don't hate this. I don't love this compared to the last sound, by the way. But I don't think this is bad at all. Totally preference based. The spacebar has a nice pop to it. I think there's a nice tonality across the entire board. Dude, it honestly feels like it just switches. I don't hate this. Again, I do think I prefer the last one, but dude, I love the spacebar on this. The Tofu, both 3.0s, the 60 and the 65, have great spacebars. It did lower the pitch of all these switches, which is crazy. I'm going to say this. I still think overall, I may prefer the carbon fiber. Just overall.
Your pal Butch gifted a tier 1 sub to Rocky 1998.
Thank you, dude. I really appreciate the gifted sub, man. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I did force break it with the stuff already included. Best sounding aluminum top mount? I mean, this is also an aluminum top mount, I think. Is it aluminum, actually? I don't remember if it's aluminum or carbon fiber. Yeah, it's alloy. I will say the Tofu 60 and 65 3.0, both in top mount, are a little bit resonant. So with the aluminum plate. So be careful there. I do think the carbon fiber is probably the most well-rounded after testing most of the plates out of all the stuff for the Tofu 60 and 65 3.0. Still not bad with this though. I do think if you like a kind of more resonant top mount board, which people do really like that, the aluminum is going to be a good way to go. Tofu overall, I like the new 3.0 stuff. I somehow gifted that by messing up my spacebar after watching you mess with your spacebar. You're welcome. Wait, you did that by accident? Thank you, pal Butch. I appreciate you, dude. You're very kind for doing that. I'm very, very, very grateful, brother. But yeah, overall, I think this is nice. I think this is a really great release. Thank you for also subbing, bro. I appreciate you, dude. Really good release overall. Really, really good. What's your preference? Keycap ABS or swag keys? Dude. I don't want to answer definitively right this instant. However, the swag keys ABS is kind of nice. It has, to me, a slightly deeper tonality than GMK, but also maintains its fullness, which I think Keycap has a bit more of like this sharper note to it. But I have to say, that beige set sounds great. I mean, look, this is the swag keys beige. It's great. It's a nice bit warm too. Like, it's a good beige set. I mean, the Eve also sounds like fantastic with this keycap set too. And I did some testing. God, dude, what switches did I put in this again? These are fantastic. Oh, these are the cheese switches. It almost reminds me of a CRP. But it's like an elevated CRP to my liking. And I say elevated very personally, guys. Dude, the Eve's great. Yeah, they're cheese switches. They're real nice. Uh-oh. And it's doing things, guys. He's deleting terms. He deleted the term mod abuse. I unbanned the term mod abuse. Thanks, Annette. Uh-oh. Do I think they're better than CRP? They're very different from CRP. CRP has a totally different tonality than these. These still, I would guess they're ABS. What's a tactile that sounds like the cheese switches? Ooh. Type R's, maybe? I don't know. Type R's, I think, would probably like the thing that comes to mind. Also, what are those HMX ones that just came out recently? The tactile ones? Are they firecrackers? Well, no, I used them, I think. Are they firecrackers? No, they're not. Hydras. Yeah, those I think also sound pretty close to it too. All right, and its first move is mod. Very nice, Annette. He is truly being a man of the people with that first move, deleting a term that shielded Adam. Very nice. Okay. Alex, what's your favorite linear and why is it the MX Brown? Dude, I actually have a whole bunch of MX Browns I need to lube. That's hilarious. I work with accountability. Okay. Anatar permitted term mod abuse. That's very nice. He's gonna undo all the crime that Adam has put into this server. But here's the thing, right, guys? I think right now we're in such a good spot for 65s and 60s. We have all the Neo stuff that's just come out. We have the Tofu stuff. The Eve has been an excellent release as well. I legitimately think we're in such a good spot. I would like to see some other layouts being explored this year. I would love to see maybe some FRL TKLs come back on the market. Maybe. I do think we've even had our fair share of like full size. 40s would be nice too.
Hey Alex, how are you?
17 months? How am I? Getting better. I'm on the mend. Can't complain. I feel energized today because I slept really well last night. Also, I did that thing where I slept 6 hours instead of 7.5, and I always feel way more energized with 6. And I think that's my body telling me that I should only be sleeping 6 hours. I always feel like gross when I sleep more than that. But yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at. How are you doing? Have you seen my cursed layout? No, I have not, Scrubs. Show it to me. Look up the Gray Studios Infinite 70. It's an upcoming FRL. I did see that one there. I think that's going to be fun too. I also may get the Carnival board from Matrix. The Carnival. Not Carnival. I did say that right. Yeah, I might get that too. I don't know the price of that one there. I hope that's not super expensive, but it's Matrix, so it probably isn't going to be super expensive. Is it 24 hours yet? More 40% keys would be nice. The Agar Mini looks promising. The Agar Mini would be, I think, the pinnacle, of 40s right now that are also affordable. But is it $550? That's going to be expensive. Well, the Envy, we have tons of them. I have tons of them here. I actually asked for a few extras so I can give away to you guys. But until I get to build it, I think I need some sort of extra part that's coming next week for that board or something. So we'll see when we actually get it in. We have the Agar Micro coming soon for an Alice 40. No way, really? How's the texture of the beige versus GMK? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like near identical? Wait, actually, I didn't even test that until right now. Are these pretty much? Dude, honestly, if you were to put these side by side, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Yeah, I would say I don't know, man, like, no, I can't tell the difference. No. Wow, that's actually really nice. Agar EC, dude, get it. I think if you're in the market for an EC board that doesn't break the bank, you're gonna like the Agar stuff. It's time to AI edit this clip of Alex rubbing keycaps. Please don't. I beg. I beg you. Here's what I am liking though. I want this trend to continue because I feel like it's not a bad trend at all. I want more keyboards to do what we've been seeing with like the Tofu60. I like how universal the Tofu60 is for different parts and pieces. I like that because that means if you have an old board, it gets some love and some use and you can recycle the parts out of that. So I am loving those, like the USB-C adapter that's coming with, I mean, that's something we're actually thinking about putting even in our current board with me and Bull for the new 60 we're doing. It's actually something we already had planned anyways. With our own little contraption, but please, I want to see more of that. I like the fact that kind of helps with some waste. So I sent you my cursed layout in Discord. Let's see. What is this thing? I don't think that's cursed. Actually, wait a second. The numpad's kind of cursed. I actually don't hate this as much as you think. I kind of don't mind it. Are you going to do something like that? You should totally do something like that. I'd so be down to cover that, Scrubs. I'm sad the Vela 6U Venom plate version sold out in a day. Did it actually? I wish there was a universal 75%. Yeah, I mean, 75 is a tough one because there's so many variations of 75. Scrubs, I would love to see that being done, bro. You have my support. Get it done, dude. It took me so many months of begging to them to do the adapter. Now I wait to see if the TKL will... Oh, I missed it. Get it too? Hell yeah. I hope so. I want to see something goofy again. I don't really have like a wish list other than just I hope we get more bangers. I am going to say this too. One last thing before we kind of... I know it's a bit of a shorter stream today, ever so slightly. I want to see more really well thought out designer keyboards. I hope that space of the keyboard hobby never goes away. I know cheaper boards are definitely more appealing because we can buy them like and not feel like we're destroying our wallets. But I do hope to see some like really well thought out keyboards this year. And even if they happen to be a smidge more expensive, that's fine. I just hope it justifies it with maybe like the attention to detail or just the story that comes behind a board or a community offering of some sort. So I really, really hope we get to see more of that stuff too. Dude, somebody just hit my wife's car and parked on the street and ran off. Did you get him on camera or something? Like on a security camera? That's kind of screwed up. I hope they don't get any sleep tonight, you know? The W80 looks cool too. Are people safe? Yeah, I hope everyone's safe too. It sounds like parked car. Hopefully no one was in it. I'm assuming. This is what Alex types on the sound tests. Wow. So I think Init is going to get his mod revoked sooner than 24 hours for bullying me. 2023, by the way. That's crazy, bro. Privileges lost. I've been watching you for a little over a month and just realized you have a merch store. You got to plug that, my dude. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at doing all this stuff, guys. So nice. It's been like everybody. 5.5 years and I'm terrible at doing this still. Spruce, thank you so much for using your Prime here. I have a merch store if you guys want. We're going to get some... I'm going to do some updates to the merch store next month. And I'm going to be taking down a lot of the stuff that I have now. So I'm going to be changing up some of the hoodies and whatnot. Actually, I have one of my shirts I was wearing before this sweater. This sweater's an old sweater. I don't like the way the hoodie sits anymore. It's kind of like... I don't know. This hoodie's weird. But I have some stuff I'm going to be working on. And then... yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of new stuff. But I appreciate it. I really like the merch that we've done so far. I love the embroidered stuff. It's so awesome. I don't know what this is. Honestly, this is like from Fragment or something. It's a Pokemon one, but I don't like the way it fits anymore. This is not my favorite sweater. I just happen to have it on. I love my hoodie. I'm glad you do, Scythe. Vintage items. Well, I have some other designs I want to do, and I think some are going to be a bit more loud, but then I'm going to be doing some like altered embroidered ones that I had some ideas for. Mainly because I want new clothes. That's it. I want to order some new stuff too. There's an Expedition 33 hoodie? Oh, I didn't know they made merch of that at all. I wear my hoodie more if I didn't sweat like someone kicked an aloe vera plant. Dude, they are warm sweaters. But yeah, I also sweat pretty easy. I'm actually really hot even in this, and I'm not even wearing like a shirt underneath. There's been small designers emerging, but the boards I've seen are mostly Jane mounts or OTD reboots. Well, I hope not even more reboots we get. I just hope we get some like really fun original designs. Because like, even look at this, right? This is the Ori over here. And one of my favorite parts about the Ori isn't even the like cool logo. It's these beautiful kind of curved inwards side bezels, right? And that's like one of the most appealing parts about this keyboard to me is just how thin this gets. Like that is just one of the prettiest things about this board. And then the other great thing about this too is like you flip it over, my weights, I don't really care for the PVD weight. And I love like the ribbing over here too. Like this is beautiful. Very Van Cleef inspired over here for this kind of clover, but you can see just even these curves over here. And that side profile is no slouch. Like it looks great, but it's genuinely a great looking board. There is going to be some Manta stuff coming out in the next month or so for clothing, yes. Ooh, look how dusty my keyboard got in a few days of having it out. More solder PCBs? Yeah. Also, I'm going to take this time also to apologize because the next few weeks, guys, unfortunately, they're going to be very like messy in terms of stream schedule because of all the weather delays and because of just... I'm going to take responsibility, even though it's not my fault. There's just been a lot of like, hey, can we switch stream days happening a lot. It does seem short-lived, but yeah, unfortunately the next few weeks might be a little bit messy. I'm still going to stream, but some of them might be like today where we just take a look at the board we did the day before in a different plate. We have a lot of builds booked. I think we're kind of booked for, this is probably one of the longest bookings I've ever had, but it's strictly because people keep delaying things. So if it seems a bit chaotic, I do apologize in advance. I'm doing the best that I can to keep things booked on time, but it is what it is. Any word on when Manta extras will be available? Some vendors are already selling the extras as pre-orders. We didn't know that happened either, but yeah, some vendors are. But Bull's extras will go live, I'm assuming, when Bull gets them. I don't know if Bull's deciding to do extra pre-orders ahead of time. And then we'll also have B stock colors. B stock will be separate. They're not going to be colors offered in the original group buy because we wanted to coat them. We didn't want to just sell B stock products. We were like, let's just recoat things. So we'll just offer some like random coating colors that we decide kind of low key on a whim. They're going to be, one of them is going to be hella boring with beige. Who knows? Maybe a beige Manta will look sick. And then we're going to do some like pastel mashed up color type thing. So if I like the B stock more, the one I got, can I change? I don't know if we'll get the B stock the same time, but you can always talk to Bull. I don't see why not, but I don't know. You have to talk to Bull about that. It also depends on the vendor because I'm pretty positive Bull will be the only person getting B stocks, and there's not going to be many. The B stock stuff is super, super limited. The pastel sounds kind of dope. I have no clue. Maybe the pastel one won't turn out cool because it is kind of like a little bit more of an aggressive board, but trade Vaza for pastel? Damn. Multiple color mashup on the same board or like gambling? No gambling. It'll probably all be like, the bottom will be like one pastel, the top will be another, and then, but we'll see what we do. I just want to let you guys know ahead of time, right? So what's the difference between B stock and others? I've never bought any boards with different stocks like that. Well, B stock means that there was just finishing issues with Anno, or just like things we didn't like about it. But we're gonna circumvent the whole B stock by just coating them, which means you probably won't see any of the B stock nature of the board. I don't know what the cost will be. Honestly, Alex, I have no clue. We haven't decided that far ahead. This is literally like extras of extras. These are B stocks. Are you building the FSR Hope? Yes. It looks really nice, dude. The curves on the bottom of that board look sick. Alright though, guys. That is pretty much the stream. We'll be live tomorrow doing the new canning keys project. It is a little, what is it called? I don't know. I don't know what it's called here. 40% low profile. Bullet train, that's what it's called. I was trying to find it on my thing here. The bullet train. So we'll be doing that. But yeah, should be fun. Should be really, really fun. Alright though, guys. I hope you guys have a good night. I will talk to you guys very soon. Let's go find someone to raid. Let's go see who is online right now. Let's go see who is online right now. All the best, Alex, in chat. Do you guys all have a good night? Let's go raid. You know, let's go raid Sterling. Fuck it. Let's go raid Mr. Sterling. I think I see him online. Dude, my nose is so... I don't know if you guys can tell over the last, like, little bit right now. My nose has been so plugged up the last few minutes of stream here. You guys have a good one. Love you guys. Where's the raid button? Do I just have to let this time out? Oh, here it is. Do a giveaway for the beautiful Kafka? I wish. Dude, I've been perpetually sick. I don't know what it is. I just... Listen, I'm going to tell you guys right now. The congestion that came with being sick is not my thing. I enjoy your streams. Just started watching Week. Lewis, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you, brother. Love you, buddy. I hope you guys have a good sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We have a few streams more this week for Keebs. And then, yeah, I have some other exciting news for giveaway stuff, actually, for next month. Wait, no, March. I hope you guys have a good time until then. Bye, everybody, and love ya. See you guys.